Okay, let us speak today about Yantra Yoga. So all that mystical symbols, and again, let me say that actually mystical symbols people use in many different traditions of the world. When we speak about yantras or yantra yoga, normally we mean, okay, Hindu tantra or Buddhist tantra, but just let us be clear that it's not something unique only for the Hindu and Buddhist tantras. Actually, you may take Kabbalah, the mystical part of Jewish tradition. It's, hugely like working with the mystical symbols. And if you take Christianity, especially traditional Christianity, which is Greek Orthodox Church or any kind of Orthodox Church, and in a sense Roman Catholic Church, of course modern Christianity, which is a Protestant church, they use all that mystical symbols much less. And again, if we'll take Islamic religion, which is for centuries part of, for example, Russian life, and now step by step introduced in for the Western people, and of course many Westerners misunderstand Islam, thinking only about, okay, kind of bad part of it, but really Islam is a great religious tradition with Sufi mystical groups, and they use the symbols. Now we speak about mystical symbols a lot. And we can speak about Taoist Chinese tradition and all Western mysticism, like magic, okay, white and black magic tradition of the West, and shaman tradition of different parts. So my point is that when we speak about yantras, we mean Hindu tantra and Buddhist tantra, but really this or that symbols we have just everywhere. And okay,
which is the difference between Tibetan mandalas and Hindu tantra yantras?
Okay, the most ancient tradition in the world is what we now call Hinduism. And in India, they don't like to call it Hinduism, and I really don't like it to call it Hinduism, because normally we call it Sanatana Dharma, so beginningless spirituality. And all other religions, traditions, they came much, much later. And it means when we speak about, okay, where is the source of all that mystical symbols? And that's, of course, in a Vedic tradition, or what we call right now Hindu religion. And it means, okay, if we'll just start with the very simple things like for example, 5-point star, and we have it everywhere, even on Kremlin. Okay, all military people all over the world, they have but originally it's a symbol of Lord Shiva, and that's interesting that it doesn't matter which position of the 5-point star we have. You can turn it upside down, and according to the Hindu Tantra, it's also Shiva, nothing bad. if you go to the Europe and put somewhere 5-point star in its like position when the top is downstairs, then people will say that they are practicing black magic. But for the Hindu Tantra, it's just another kind of Shiva, nothing more. And 6-point star, which is for us is like symbol of Jewish tradition, but in a Hindu tradition it's Vishnu, the symbol of Lord Vishnu.
And maybe son of Shiva, Skanda, Subramanya.
Yeah, but you know, when we speak about Subramanya or Kartikeya, son of Lord Shiva, actually he is manifestation of Vishnu. That's also interesting that Kartikeya, or son of Lord Shiva, he is actually a manifestation of Vishnu. That's the reason why he has also the same 6-point star. Then one of the most misunderstood symbols is a swastika. And of course we know why, because of historical craziness, and in the 30s Adolf Hitler and his people, they choose this basically wonderful symbol as like symbol for that political movement, and that's the reason why in Europe and in Russia and in the United States people think that this is like kind of neo-Nazi. And you know, in some countries police may even arrest you if you are using that symbol, but really it's extremely ancient. Also Yantra, or mystical symbol, and huge number of meanings in that. It's a sun god, Surya, it's Ganesh, by the way, and well, in India and Tibetan Buddhism, they use it easily, and of course nobody is thinking about neo-Nazi when because tradition is so strongly connected with this symbol, and so it's okay. And for example, Jain religion, one of the main spiritual tradition in India, Jain tradition, which is absolutely, I mean, most of the people even don't know about this tradition outside of India, but in India it's extremely important. They have swastika as the symbol of Jain tradition, so that's like that. And you know, it's like 26 centuries ago, so nothing to do with neo-Nazi, okay. And so it means even just cross, which we attribute to the Christian religion, you know, it's also ancient Vedic symbol, and swastika is strongly connected with the cross. So actually the swastika, actually the kind of cross in a sense, and so it means triangle. Yeah, it's also Shri Chakra, very famous and the greatest actually Yantra, which is symbolized Sahasrara Chakra and Lalita Devi. So there's also the huge number of triangles, and if triangle is like we use in Biblic tradition, this kind of triangle, it's really like God the Father, Heavenly Father. And it's interesting that in India and in the Biblic tradition we understand this triangle as the God the Father, but if we put triangle in an opposite position, then it's a Divine Mother. And you know, in the Hindu religion and the Hindu tradition, they preserve this huge, deep understanding that actually God is beyond he or she, but he may, or better to say, that absolute consciousness may appear or manifest as Divine Father or Divine Mother. And as we know that for Biblic religions, Jewish, Christian, and Muslim, like God strictly is Divine Father, Heavenly Father. So that's the reason why in a Biblic tradition we have like one kind of triangle, basically.